Next, we move on to data processing and cleaning. So we import standard scalar, min and max scalar, robust scalar, and label encoder from the scalar in preprocessing. Then we move to def process equals def.copy. Basically, this creates a complete copy of the original data frame to preserve the original data and allows us to experiment without like risk of the data loss from the original data set. Then we move on to LE education is equal to label encoder all the way to LE targets equal to label encoder. Basically, we encoded all the categorical variables of like LE education all the way down to LE target. Next, we move on to df process brackets education is equal to LE education.fit transform df process education all the way till df process brackets loan status encoded equals to LE target.fit transform parentheses df process brackets loan status. Basically, this block of code does is it transforms the categorical features into encoding. For example, education, right? Something like graduate or not graduate. That transforms into like a numerical thing. So graduate becomes 0, and then non-graduate becomes 1. And like let's say for a loan status encoded, that would be like 0 would be approved, and rejected would be 1. So yeah. Then we move on to category encoded completed education brackets LE classes equal to LE education that transform LE education classes all the way to target LE target classes equal to LE target transform LE targets classes. Basically, this displays the encoding mapping and like shows the exact mapping for like each of the encoded for education, self-employed, and target, and afterwards we print out the data set shape afterwards. So here we have the category encoded completed. So education, graduate, and non-graduate, which turns into 0 and 1. Self-employed, no or yes is 1 and 0. Target approved is 0, rejected is 1. And now we have then we have the data set shape now, which is 4,269 rows and 14 columns.